5 keys to the playoffs for the Detroit Lions. That is the subject of today's video. I'm going to give you 5 things that should occur if the Lions were to make that jump. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a smart and sound idea to go up to a family of bears and right in front of the mama bear, take your foot and kick it as hard as you can on that cub bear, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we took all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get mauled. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get destroyed. Let's get into today's Lions. Can the Lions make the playoffs? One of the major keys for the Detroit Lions to make that jump is health, folks. They have to stay healthy. Health is key towards any team's season, but the Detroit Lions apparently has been absolutely bad regarding luck for the health situation. The last couple of years, it just seems like the Detroit Lions are always injured. Last year, the whole offensive line seems to be injured. You got Frank Ragnow, Taylor Decker injured, bringing in backups. They get injured. The secondary, Jerry Jacobs, Melifanu, Jeffrey Okudah, injured. A lot of injuries regarding the weapons on offense with Quintez Cephas. You have Tyrell Williams going down. So the Lions have been on the bad side of luck regarding injuries. So if the Lions were to make that jump, if they were to go from a 3-win football team to a 9-win team or above as a wild card, they have to stay healthy. They have to drink the health fountain of youth going on there. They got to be able to stay on the field, have all their players that are good stay with the Detroit Lions to make that jump. That is key for the Detroit Lions. Let me know in the comments section, do you think the Detroit Lions are making the playoffs? Y for yes and N for no. Personally, as you know me, I don't believe they will. I think they're a 7-8 football team, and they just missed the playoffs. But let me know what you think. You could definitely have a different opinion than myself. I'm curious to see what you think. Let me know in the comment section. Jared Goff must have a big year for the Lions to make the playoffs. He's got to lead this offense and this team into winning ways. Now he has all the opportunity regarding offensive weapons here. Jameson Williams, DJ Chark, Quintez Cephas, Josh Reynolds. I mean, you just look at the running backs. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown as a wide receiver as well. Running backs, DAndre Swift. They have all the weapons there. He's got to distribute the football and give those weapons the ability to make a play. You give those weapons the football, playmakers make plays. He's also got to not turn the football over. And I'm not really concerned. I've been saying this on my channel for a while about the interceptions. Of course, he's got to not throw interceptions. But relatively compared to other quarterbacks in the NFL, he doesn't throw as much. More of the fumbles. Can he hold on to the football more? That will be key for him. So make sure that the football is in the Detroit Lions team, not on the opposing team. Big plays, play action pass when Jameson Williams comes back, DJ Chark. You have to get those deep passes on to your playmakers' hands because we're going to be doing a lot of play action, deep pass with the weapons that you have. That's what they should be doing. You got to be aggressive that way. You got to put the football into big plays, not checkdowns, but make those splash plays every once in a while. You don't do it all the time. Red zone, Jared Goff has got to get touchdowns in the red zone. No doubt about it. Field goals are good. Touchdowns are better. That's how you win in the NFL. And on third down, convert to first down just like any other team in the NFL. It's very, very important. Jared Goff will be the key. If the Lions make the playoffs, he will be the major key. Why? If he has a really great season, It could push the Lions in the playoff direction. If he has a subpar season, it's not going to be that way because there's no quarterback after him that's going to help the Lions in any way, shape, or form. Next player on my list, or reason, DAndre Swift and the running game. We're just going to put the running game and DAndre Swift as well because it's not just on him. It's also on the rest of the running backs. They have to effectively run the football. They must do it. We've been talking about running the football for some time. We've been talking about the Lions making big plays. They have to run the football in 2022. We have to get that play action working. The only way for that play action to work is if defense actually bite on it. That's if running the football. Big old deep passes with their wide receivers. You have to run the football for that to occur. You have to convert on those third and shorts. Running the football is important for that. Keep the offense going. Sustained long drives. In the fourth quarter, wear teams down with the running game. DAndre Swift has to stay healthy. He has to run the football effectively and make those plays. The backups, Jameson Williams, got to get those first downs. Craig Reynolds, got to be able to find the holes. If the Lions have a running game in 2022, something that we haven't seen in some time, the Lions definitely could make a playoff run. Because we've been good with wide receivers. We've been good with passing game. We've been good with tight ends in the past. But the running game has been the one part of the Detroit Lions that has been lackluster over decades. If they can do it this year, the Lions can make a run. And look, I'm actually pretty high on the Lions run game. I think they got some good pieces there. Swift, Williams, Reynolds is not a bad 1, 2, 3. And Jamar Jefferson right now is not a bad running back himself. If you've not subscribed to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button. Trying to get to 22,700. With your help, it can happen. We're about 80 away. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's continue to grow this channel. I'm going against other chat sports channels, and they're way ahead of me. So let's bring that channel up there. The Detroit Lions defensive line must step up in a massive way for the Lions to make the playoffs. The defensive line are key on this defense. We know what we have in the linebackers. To make the linebackers better, you got to have a better defensive line. And in my personal opinion, I feel linebackers are a little bit, they're the weakness of this football team. The secondary, I actually like the Lions secondary, but a lot of people don't. To help a secondary out, defensive line. So the defensive line has to get pressure on the quarterbacks. We've been terrible with sacks. We have names on this defensive line. These names need to perform. Aiden Hutchinson, we drafted, needs to perform. Romeo Okwara needs to perform. Charles Harris needs to perform. Julian Okwara needs to perform. Levi, Aleem, Joshua Pascal, these guys must perform in a big way for the Lions to make a postseason run. You have to sack the quarterback. No more excuses. They invested in this defensive line big time in the last 2 years. A lot of investment on this to sack the quarterback and stop the run. For the Lions to make a run, they have to stop the run. They have to stop the bleeding that is the run game. We know linebackers are the one that really help stop the run, but the defensive line is the first players there. They need to do their job, get to the quarterback, help stop the run, and end this bad defensive line play that we've had for some time, since Ndamukong Suh, since 2014. This defensive line should perform because we do have the talent there. Lastly, and surely not least, Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator. For Lions to make a real run, they need to have plays that make the defense confused. For many years, as you know, our offense besides the second half of last year. But before then, our offense has been predictable. Offensive plays have been awful. We've talked about it throughout the years that we know what they're going to do offensively. Thus, the defense should know, and our offense is a little bit whack. Last year, it was a little bit different when Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell took over. They really kind of confused it. They confused me. They confused the defense. They're aggressive. They need to sustain that from last year, the second half of the season, into this season. We need to have an unpredictable offense. We need to have an explosive offense. We need to confuse defenses and not know what they're going to do. Not run, pass, punt. Change it up as you did the second half of the season and continue to game plan to where if a defense is terrible at stopping a run, okay, throw in there a lot of run game. If they're terrible stopping the pass, okay, switch it up with some pass in this game. Be aggressive. Go ahead and take deep shots. That's important. You know, we have speed on the outside. Use that speed. Put the playmakers in positions to succeed for our offense. If our offense can do all that, the Lions have a shot just like any team has a shot because they got the players, they got the weapons, they just need to do it. They put all this together, the Lions have a chance to make the playoffs. They do. They would have the chance to make the playoffs. Now, again, for me, I have them 7-8 wins. I don't have them making the playoffs. Lions luck, things are going to occur. That's what I have going on. But if all things fall right, if luck falls on the Detroit Lions, everything goes through, the Lions can make a run because they do have a great coaching staff, in my opinion. They have talent on this roster, and I think that's possible. In the upcoming videos, we got the One Pride podcast on my channel, 6:30 p.m. EST. Make sure you're there. It's a fun show where you got questions. We potentially have some answers. Videos dropping every single day, and we're getting close to training camp. It's going to be at training camp. It's going to be fun. Also, we got the live watch parties on my channel. Detroit Lions versus whoever they're going to play. It's going to be epic. Hit that notification bell because it's about to get hairy. Adios.